Hindu mythology, the concept of God is all-encompassing, infinite, and present in everything. God transcends opposites such as light and dark, good and bad, or existence and non-existence. One of the most intriguing aspects of Hindu philosophy is the idea that both light and darkness are symbols of godliness, reflecting a worldview in which divinity is omnipresent and manifests in every aspect of the universe. This is a departure from other religious traditions, such as Christianity, where light is often seen as a symbol of divine presence, while darkness is associated with evil or the absence of God. In this video, we will explore the deeper layers of this concept, delve into the symbolism of light and dark in Hindu mythology, and unpack the seemingly paradoxical idea that zero, a symbol of nothingness, holds infinite value in Hindu thought. The symbolism of light and dark. To understand why both light and dark are seen as manifestations of God in Hinduism, we must first explore the concept of Advaita, or non-duality, which forms the bedrock of Hindu philosophy. Advaita, a school of thought rooted in the ancient scriptures of the Vedas and Upanishads, asserts that the ultimate reality, or Brahman, is a unified whole. There is no division or duality in Brahman, which is formless, infinite, and beyond human comprehension. In this framework, light and dark are simply different aspects of the same underlying reality. Light, often associated with knowledge, wisdom, and the divine, represents the manifest or visible aspect of the universe. In Hindu mythology, light is symbolized by deities like Surya, the sun god, or Agni, the fire god. These deities are revered as bearers of illumination, both literally and metaphorically, as they shed light on the world and on human consciousness. The famous Gayatri mantra, a sacred prayer in Hinduism, seeks the divine light of knowledge. Om Bhur Sva Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yo Na Prachodayat. This mantra is an invocation to the sun, asking for the divine light to awaken our intellect and guide us on the path of righteousness. Yet, while light is cherished, darkness is not feared or rejected in Hindu thought. Instead, it is revered as an equally divine aspect of the universe. Kali, the goddess of time, destruction, and transformation, is often depicted in dark or black hues. Far from being a symbol of evil, Kali represents the cyclical nature of existence, creation, preservation, and destruction. She embodies the idea that darkness is necessary for transformation and rebirth. Without darkness, there is no space for light to emerge. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna teaches that the wise perceive light and dark as two sides of the same coin. They transcend dualities and see the divine in both. He who sees the same Lord in all, who sees the immortal soul in all beings, sees the truth. Bhagavad Gita 6:31. This teaching reflects the holistic worldview in Hinduism, where God is not confined to one attribute but pervades everything, including what we might perceive as opposites. Zero, the infinite nothingness. The Hindu reverence for both light and dark extends into the philosophical and mathematical realms, particularly through the concept of zero. On the surface, zero appears to signify nothingness, emptiness, or absence. In most practical, worldly contexts, zero is seen as having no value. For instance, if someone has zero money, it means they have nothing of material worth. However, in Hindu philosophy, zero holds a much deeper symbolic significance. It represents the infinite potential that lies in nothingness. This idea is tied to the notion of shunya, a Sanskrit word for zero, which also refers to the void or emptiness from which all creation springs. Far from being a negative concept, shunya is revered as the source of all that exists. Mathematically, zero may appear insignificant, but when placed next to a number, it dramatically increases its value. Consider the number 1. By itself, it represents a single unit. However, add a zero next to it, and you have 10 times its original value. Add 2 zeros, and it becomes 100. This simple mathematical property of zero encapsulates a profound spiritual truth. What appears as nothing can hold infinite potential. The ancient Indian mathematicians who discovered and developed the concept of zero were not only interested in its mathematical properties, but also its metaphysical implications. Aryabhata and Brahmagupta, two early Indian mathematicians, understood zero as a key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. In Hindu cosmology, the universe is seen as cyclical, moving through periods of creation, preservation, and dissolution. Zero, as a symbol of nothingness, represents the state of dissolution from which new creation can arise. This ties back to the cyclical nature of time and existence in Hindu thought. Just as day turns to night and light gives way to darkness, the universe moves through cycles of creation and destruction. Zero, or nothingness, is not the end but the beginning of new possibilities. It is the blank slate upon which the universe is continually reborn. God in everything, the omnipresence of divinity. In Hinduism, God is not a distant or external being, but an omnipresent force that pervades every aspect of the universe. This idea is captured in the Sanskrit phrase, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, which means all this is Brahman. Every particle of matter, every creature, and every thought is seen as a manifestation of the divine. This belief in the omnipresence of God is why light and dark, creation and destruction, existence and non-existence are all considered sacred. The dualities we experience in the material world are seen as part of the cosmic play, or Leela, orchestrated by the divine. The great sages of Hinduism urge us to look beyond the surface-level distinctions of light and dark and see the underlying unity that connects them. In this way, Hinduism encourages us to embrace all aspects of life, including its challenges and sorrows, as part of the divine plan. Darkness is not something to be feared or avoided, but something to be understood and integrated. It is through periods of darkness, both literal and metaphorical, that we grow, transform, and ultimately realize our true nature. Practical applications in life. The teachings of Hindu philosophy on light, dark, and zero offer practical wisdom for navigating the complexities of life. They encourage us to embrace both joy and sorrow, success and failure as part of a larger divine design. Just as light cannot exist without dark, our moments of growth often arise from periods of struggle or difficulty. Similarly, the concept of zero teaches us that even when we feel empty or lost, we possess infinite potential. What appears as nothingness is, in fact, a space of limitless possibility. This perspective can be a powerful tool for overcoming adversity and finding meaning in difficult times. By recognizing the divine in all things, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, knowing that every experience, whether it brings light or darkness, is part of the journey towards self-realization. Conclusion. Hindu mythology offers a unique and profound perspective on the nature of reality, one that embraces both light and dark as symbols of godliness. This worldview encourages us to see beyond surface-level dualities and recognize the omnipresent divinity that pervades every aspect of the universe. Whether in the form of light or dark, existence or non-existence, or even the zero that symbolizes infinite potential, God is in everything and everywhere. By understanding these concepts, we can deepen our connection to the divine and gain a more holistic view of life, one that embraces all its complexities and contradictions. Whether you're navigating periods of light or darkness in your own life, remember that both are part of the cosmic dance, and within every moment lies the potential for infinite growth and transformation.
Please continue to subscribe to get other intellectual and spiritual videos from Dhruvam Tamil Channel. Thank you for watching.